So now I just gotta wait for people to view it. Oh no.
Just like that.
You think it would be a good idea to just start talking since we are probably going to upload it to YouTube anyway, and then we just cut this part? Or do you think it might be? Yeah, but it will cut. Mm-hmm. Okay, so please bear with me with whatever, like, I'm going to stutter. I'm sorry for that. And this, I'm pretty nervous right now about this, so I'm kind of just waiting for a bit more viewers to start watching before I begin, you know. Can somebody try out the chat box to see if it'll work? Like, type something in. And make sure it's enabled. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll just begin and like upload it on YouTube, and then anybody who wants to see the first half can go ahead and watch it. So let's start with the Hail Mary. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Ave Maria, gratiae plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus tui, Jesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. Spirit, amen. So, just start at the beginning. It all started when I walked into my uncle's house and there was a wizard and something about a ring. I don't quite know. No, I'm kidding. I really was at my uncle's house, and it was at a sleepover, and we just decided to make this Instagram page dedicated to Catholicism. And honestly, I didn't think that 5 people following me, but it turns out that I have like 65,000 today, so it grew pretty fast. Within 5 months, I had about 10,000 people or so. And how I started that was I went to other Catholic pages and I started following their followers. So obviously they're Catholic and they're going to start following me back. So they all started coming back, and then I realized that with every good thing in life, there's going to be negatives to this too. So, that's when I started seeing more and more haters about what we believe in. And I remember it was the very first thing that I got hate on was the pro-life movement. So what inspired us to start this account was my confirmation. So I had just been confirmed, and it was I think August 4th, 2013. I had just turned 14, and that was a big moment in my life, confirmation. I realized, I can't just sit back and do nothing. I really have to go out there and practice my faith. Like, you can't be quiet about that. And the other thing was, we went to Austin for a pro-life bill passed in Texas to ban abortions past 20 weeks or so. So we went to Austin. We took a bus about 5 hours to get there because, we had to make a lot of stops. It was through my church. And when we got there, I will never forget the sound that the orange shirts made when they were down in the center, like the chamber room of the, what is it called? Anyway, they were at the bottom, and we were waiting in line for probably about 9 hours just to get into the Senate room to listen to them talk. And I was in there the moment that the bill was passed. That was a crazy moment. Like, when we were leaving, when we were trying to get back to our bus, I think it was around 11 p.m. at night. We were trying to go back to our bus, and the pro-choice people were threatening to stab us with screwdrivers. They tried to pour blood to stop the session. They tried to, I remember I had to be separated from my family. Like, only one person could come in at a time because there was limited seats. So I was sitting in a mostly pro-choice dominated section, and it was the people behind me they stood up and they started screaming and chanting. Like, the cops had to come. They had to like push me and this other girl out of the way, and they came and arrested them. And then finally we got settled back into our seat. And then that's when the people to my right got up, and they were going to dump fake blood onto the carpet of the floor so that they would have to stop and clean it up. And one of the people in it was a man wearing a dress. So as they started carrying him back out to like stop him from screaming and stuff and causing an interruption, I could see up his dress, to be honest, and he was wearing a diaper. It was the most disgusting thing I have ever seen. So I'm pretty much scarred for life for that. That was disgusting. Also, I also got to see a possessed woman there too. It was very scary. We were waiting in line, and there was a Franciscan priest that was in front of us. He was just praying the rosary with a group of people, and all of a sudden she just jumped on him and tried to like scratch him and attack him, and the other pro-choice people had to hold her back and try to calm her down, but she started making growling sounds and trying to swear at him. You could hear under her breath her swearing, and she had this really strange tone of voice, and her face was contorting. It was the weirdest thing ever. I swear this is all true. This all really happened. And behind her for most of the way, which that was unpleasant. And then so anyway, that was a huge inspiration for me to start evangelizing, especially in the pro-life movement, getting to see that and knowing that this is really a real thing, that it's really happening right now in our day and age. And I felt like there had to be something I could do at least. And through this page, with the power of God using me as a tool, he worked through me to be able to save about 5 babies from their mothers wanting to abort them. All teenagers. They all were very they didn't know that they had other options to this. So I would call crisis pregnancy centers in their areas and notified them and looked up places that they could even give up their babies for adoption if they felt like they couldn't. Oh gosh. I've had so much trouble putting this up. I didn't have nails or anything, so this is gonna fall, and this is gonna fall. I apologize in advance to it, and it's embarrassing. You can see the duct tape. A classic first starter for a podcast. So anyway, yeah, so at least 5 babies have been saved through this, and I wouldn't change a thing, no matter how many death threats, rape threats, all the insults, everything. I wouldn't change a thing. Even if I had 1 follower today, I would still be here doing this. Like, shout out to you, Mom. Yeah, thanks for supporting me. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a real secret how I got so many followers. It wasn't just that following and stuff. I really made over 65,000 emails and followed myself, so, you know, that's how I got started. I'm living a lie. No, I'm kidding. Okay, you guys are probably thinking, wow, she's such a nerd. Please stop making corny jokes. I understand. Okay, so also through this ministry, I've been able to work with amazing people like Father Frank Pavone. I've gotten to meet a lot of the archbishops, like Archbishop Newman, which he's a very wonderful man, and he really is one of the best archbishops. Also, Archbishop Gomez, I got to meet him too, and that was a huge honor to be able to just have a short interview with him. I even have that video up on my page of both of them giving a blessing. I'm sorry. It's okay, Chesterton. Oh, this one's gonna fall. I'm just gonna take it down. No wonder my driver teacher called me ghetto. This is why. I swear by the next podcast this won't be an issue. I'll get some nails. Wow. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, gosh, I got sidetracked. What was I saying? Well, I also have been able to speak at a couple of conferences. Like here in Texas, I was able to attend a Catholic conference and was able to give a short speech about, you know, this subject. And then in LA, I was able to talk to an all-girls school, which that was a huge honor. And again, it's all because of God. Glory be to him, because without him, I wouldn't be here, you know. We all wouldn't be here, man. And so, So I also run a Facebook page too, so it's Catholic Teen Post there too, and I definitely say there's a huge difference between the type of people you would find on Instagram and the type of people you'll find on Facebook. On Facebook, the people are, I'd say I don't know, I almost want to say they troll more, but they also send some very graphic things into my private messages, which is very, very shameful. Like, just today I've had to deal with several people sending me porn, which that was very, very, very unpleasant. Luckily, I had 2 co-male admins who were able to, like, save it so that I could report it to the police later, but that's the type of stuff you'll deal with in this ministry. What else can I talk about? I'd say over the last 3 years that I've been on Instagram, it's going to be 3 years from next month. I've definitely grown a lot as a person too, and I've learned to be comfortable in my own skin and dealing with people that will constantly put you down, after a while it just rolls off your skin. And I have six brothers, so all of my life I've been teased. So this did not, phase me when I started. It hurt a little bit for a while, but it wasn't bad. And hi, how are you? How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good too. Just still nervous about this whole podcast.
Oh yeah, no, don't be. We're all really excited to see you, of course.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
I'm very honored. Like you want to see this dork. I mean, that's a huge compliment. Thank you.
Oh wow.
A
Gonna
friend
leave
of
this
mine
here.
wants to say hi. Here, come here.
Oh.
Little Chesterton. He wants to say hi.
Aw. Hi.
Look. Come
Adorable.
on. Thank you. So, hmm. I can't really. Do you have any questions that I might be able to answer since I'm kind of.
Yeah. So, I guess what year of high school you were in?
Okay, so I'm a junior. So,
Oh, wow, cool. And
going
then
into
when did you start your account?
I started it almost 3 years ago next month on August 3rd.
Oh, cool. Okay. And sorry if I'm just like glancing the other way, but I'm currently painting. I don't
Oh,
know.
no problem. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You're really good at drawing. Wow.
Oh, thanks. So what is this? Just like a Q&A sort of thing or?
Yeah,
Okay.
just getting a feel for this.
Okay. All right. So I don't know, maybe you can move on to the next person and I'll like try and think of another question. So yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. So let's see. If anybody else wants to ask questions, I'd be happy to take them. Let me see if I can look at the chat
Yeah.
here. Let's see. A couple of, hmm. No, I don't really see anything yet. It says there's like 8 viewers now, but when I put it on
Yeah.
YouTube, hopefully more people will be able to see it.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll talk about things that are coming up. So
Okay.
next thing that's supposed to happen is so I'm gonna be on Michael Voris's Mic'd Up show next month, August, I think 16th or 17th, something around there. The 19th, yeah. And then I'll be on Jesse Romero's TV show too, or I mean, radio show. And then a couple of friends of mine on Instagram too. So Catholic Boss, Catholic Imagery, Catholic Convert, Catholic Soldier, what was it? Catholic Crusader. Yeah, all of us together are going to do a conference next year, around June 8th through the 11th. So I'm hoping everything will work out well there. We plan to have it in Los Angeles, somewhere around that area. Probably at a church, but we're still working on details on that. it's it's gonna be pretty fun, I think. What else is coming up? I plan to go to the next March for Life again, so this will be my third one ever. And I'll what are you doing? Oh, also the guests I'm gonna have. Okay, so I plan to have uh Southern Catholic Emmy. She's planning on joining my next call, and then uh, James, who runs. He's one of the artists for Catholic Ball, and he also does Rational Catholicism. I think that's his blog, and then yeah, and his Instagram page. I'll have them both on next week, so maybe I can make this a bit longer. I know that it's already been going for about 30 minutes now, so that should be fun. They're a lot of fun to be around. So any jokes that they make, I can't be held accountable for that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll try and keep them tame on that. I'm really hoping this place will like launch up. I'm really hoping that this podcast will start to grow and I can get more and more questions and answers and hopefully really connect to you guys. I'm really excited about that. Oh, by the way, hi Andrew. I can see you joined. uh, Collegian. Oh, hi Joey. You joined too. Oh, Joey's gonna be a guest too. Collegian Catholic. He's gonna join me too. Right, Joey? This is gonna be great, you know? What? What's wrong? Are you trying to bite my necklace? Huh? Are you biting me?
She's not here. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, Leanne, hi. I can see you
How's it
texting
going?
me.
Dude, nothing much. Where's all my headphones?
I don't know
No,
how
I
you can
don't know.
comment.
Close the door when you leave.
You can text it to me,
Oh, and you
I
got
can
paint
answer
all
you
over.
on there. I think, yeah, 11 viewers now. That's really good. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, I can tell you a story that has happened. Okay, so there's a friend of mine named Roland, and he lives towards, I think, is it West Texas? I don't know. It's along the border. And so he has to deal with a lot of pagans, right? So apparently in his school, there's a pagan group, the Santa Murta people, who they, I guess, found this girl, this 14-year-old girl who was pregnant, and they offered her, I know this is going to really sound crazy, but they offered her if she was to give up her baby or abort her baby to them or let them perform the abortion or whatever, basically kill her baby, that they would be able to give her money and give her a love potion to the father of the baby. I know this sounds really crazy. So Roland contacted me and he was like, yo, can you counsel this girl and like try and talk her out of it? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I talked to her and a couple of other friends talked to her and we were all able together to convince her to keep her baby. But she was like still visiting the Santa Murta people in between to just, I guess, get two options in this way. So she went to them and they told her to bring an item that cannot be replicated. So she brought a ring. And as she went there, they performed some ritual and it ended up on a tombstone. I don't know how they did that. Like, these people are crazy. Anyway, she said they kept threatening to kill me and Roland and a couple of other friends. So she was like, if you can kill them, then I will give up my baby to you. I'll come to you and convert to you guys, like whatever. I trust you guys. And the pagans told her that they can't really go and kill him because Christians have their own magic that protects them. This sounds really crazy. Anyway, so she ended up converting to Catholicism because Roland was saying a couple of prayers, and they had this sacred bird in their area, and when he was praying, it actually fell dead onto the ground that they were on. So in that moment, she converted to Catholicism, the bird like broke a sacred statue. Yes, a bird flew into the sacred statue, and the bird died, but it also broke the statue, and in that moment she converted to Catholicism. So she ended up keeping her baby, and she went back to the other side of Mexico, to the border, across the border, or whatever you want to say. Um, so now they're still constantly trying to kill me. They try to grow a shrub. There was some kind of thing that they were trying to grow. It was a plant that they said that would give them flowers to be able to use more magic to kill me. And so what Roland did was he went over there and chopped it off and actually made a staff of it. So to mock them, he made a Moses staff. Yeah, Joey, exactly. I told you the story, right? Yeah. I didn't tell you the story? Wow. I'm sorry. They like carved my name into it, like me and Roland and I think that girl, they carved our names into it to kill us. Oh gosh, the pagans. Exactly. I definitely don't recommend dying by pagans. That So, Roland now like chops down all their sacred trees on his property because, you know, he can do that. They called him Holy Roly. So, Roland and I are gonna meet up actually next weekend, next Sunday, no, this Sunday, to film a video about the influence of Our Lady in America. So we plan to film that next week, and he'll put it on his YouTube channel, which I will like link it whenever it comes out. I'll show you guys. So yeah, maybe he could say something about the pagans on that video for you guys too, or I can make a short video about it, or ask him to bring the staff. That would be cool. Okay, favorite TV show. Let me think. Gosh, it's a tie between Daredevil and Once Upon a Time. What about you? Okay. The Office? Oh, Riley and Mason really like that. My brothers, they say that it's a pretty good TV show. How many seasons are there? Like, I don't know, 9 seasons? 9? Yeah, exactly. I thought about 9. Have you watched Daredevil, by the way? You have? I think the second season wasn't as good as the first. Yeah. The second season they brought in like what's her name? She's French. I'm trying to remember her name. She's a, you know, a superhero, but she's like has a dark side. They brought in the Punisher too in the second season, so they tried to spice it up more, but it's not as good as the first. But they definitely tried to mix in more Catholicism in the second one than the first one. What else? Joey, would you like to join? I don't really know how you can do that though. I don't know if like I have to send you a link maybe? What other stories? Oh, I remember the first time well, it was the first year I was on Instagram. Well, sort of, yes. So, sorry, I was getting rid of something. Anyway, um, the first year I was on Instagram, I actually ran across a gay witch. So, he was threatening to, well, apparently the people at his church knew that he was open about this, and they let him like be a Eucharistic minister. So they gave him the keys to open up the, you know, the box that they keep the chalice in, the tabernacle, right? So they gave him the keys to open this, and apparently he was stealing hosts, and he threatened to burn one. So I had posted it on my page, like people to try and talk him out of this, like not to hate on him, but try and talk him out of it and return it and confess to what he did. And he told me that he put a curse on me and that Like, he worked at some witchcraft store too. He ended up burning the host, sadly, but apparently I've been cursed by a gay witch. Apparently the pagans want to kill me. Um, Gosh, this is, yeah, I'm really loved, man. Yeah, exactly. I'm doing well for this. I definitely recommend it though. Definitely recommend it. Get cursed by a gay witch. How many people can put that on their bucket list? It's a priority, man. Exactly. Uh, hmm. I feel like there's many crazy stuff I'm just forgetting in the moment. Hmm. Oh, I got one. I once helped a girl that was she had summoned a demon. She summoned a demon through a Ouija board and exactly. She summoned a demon and she didn't know how to get rid of it. Like, all her friends talked her into using this Ouija board, and her hair dryer caught on fire in the middle of the night. Things were exploding, doors were opening, she was hearing voices. It was creepy, man. Like, she was texting me at 3 in the morning, like, it's happening again. I'm like, this is horrible. So I teamed up with James, which he actually has a account inspired by like demonologists, people that help people in this situation. So he studied a bunch of this stuff and he actually made up a chart to help her get rid of this demon, which she ended up like started praying the Hail Mary and she ended up getting rid of the demon, which that's pretty crazy. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Let's see, what other things? Hmm. I know that once I got a a 2 paragraph long description of how someone was going to kill me. That I added to a bucket list again. So I should make up a piece of paper and just write another one, like, you know, the Beyonce song Beyonce. Exactly. He took the time to provide the details. I like that in a guy. Like, thank you, sir, for providing this. This is very organized. Anyone who has threatened me like this and is watching, please seek help. Like, I will be more than happy to find you a counselor in your area to discuss these issues because, you know, I feel the love, man. I feel the love. Let's see. Hmm. Tapioca pudding is calling you. I guess I can talk about like what helped me grow in my faith, like what I read or what I don't know. So in the beginning, I started reading. So I first started off with the lower like apologetics. So I started off with C.S. Lewis, Mere Christianity. That's a really good way to start off, and then slowly work your way up to Augustine and Aquinas. They are definitely a lot harder to read, and you really have to pay attention to each page and each word. Like, he uses very big words. I'm just gonna say that. So same with Chesterton. I'm not talking about you. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person you're named after. Okay? 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 So Chesterton is a very, very good book to start on. His orthodoxy is amazing, and it some of the things that he talks about there could also be applied to just everyday life, a philosophy to live by, not just like Catholicism, but obviously that's a way of living. And I also started reading the from other people's pages, other people that have had debates on their page. I read through their the way they would respond, and then I ended up making to controversial topics. That's definitely a very good way to do it. Learning from example from somebody else, or listening to radio shows is a very good one, and that's a good way to do it for people who, like me, are dyslexic and have troubles reading sometimes. Also, on YouTube, surprisingly, if you search up audiobooks, you'll find a lot of Lives of the Saints. So, let me think of a couple. I've heard a lot of them. They have Saint Faustina's Diary. They had the life of. Let me check it. Life of Saint Ignatius, they have that. They have Confessions also for free on there, which I definitely recommend. Yeah, they're all free on YouTube. They're very nice to listen to when you're about to fall asleep. So let's see. Also, another way, I started praying the rosary when I was 8, and prayer life is definitely a huge part in this. Definitely helps. So, how my mom likes to describe it is learning the so the knowledge, like the history behind our church, is like planting the seed, and the prayer life is like watering that seed. It really does help, and you can't do one without the other, or else it just, I don't know the word. See, I'm a noob. I'm sorry about this. I swear, I'll get better, okay? Other events that have happened, let me think. I remember, okay, so the day that gay marriage was legalized, I remember I had made the first post on this, and that day was pretty intense too. I noticed that a lot more teens were very scared and lost in this, so it also inspired me to go and talk to church leaders. So next on my bucket list is Archbishop Cardinal Burke. He is next on my list. I want to meet him next. So I plan to ask as many church leaders as possible a message for the youth to also know that there are leaders out there that do care about us and do know that we have struggles and we just need guidance somewhere. So I'm hoping that I can meet a lot more archbishops and a lot more bishops about this and film video blessings for the page. That would be great.
Oh, I have a question, if that's okay.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know whether or not you can tell from my shirt, but coming from a really liberal area like Yale, it's almost hey Nolan, what's going on? Oh, can you hear me? Yeah, so coming from a really liberal area like around Yale and whatnot, it's like almost foreign that I'm pro-life or I'm against gay marriage. So how do you suppose that we could open the discussion, I guess, to other teenagers about being anti, I guess, towards these type of things or movements?
I definitely start off with the science behind this. I know that a lot of the times we Christians will like to approach it with the Bible, but you can't really give them a biblical stance on this since they might not want that. You have to really give a, what's the word? A very secular response to that. And
Yeah.
the best way to handle that is also to let them know that you definitely do not like judge them in any way for being gay, but you just disagree completely with their lifestyle because it's so harmful to them. And
Okay.
you could show them um, the CDC on that to show that it
Yeah.
isn't something that you disagree on just because you feel like they shouldn't live their life that way because you just disagree with them, but because you actually care about them since it is so harmful. I definitely recommend it that way.
Okay.
But
Right.
I can see where it would be really hard for you because I live in the Bible Belt in Texas, so there's
Oh yeah.
it's definitely harder to be Catholic in this area and find other people, but youth
Yeah.
groups really do help with that, or people around your church definitely help.
Okay.
I hope that's a good answer. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, that definitely helped.
Okay, good.
Especially the secular part,
Mhm.
which, if you go towards someone, preaching the Bible or something, they're definitely not going to appreciate that, or, they're not going to be willing to listen. So,
Right, right. I
yep.
know that I've dealt with an atheist account that once came to me, and they were really sincere about it, and they were very nice
Yeah.
about it, but they just wanted to see my point of view on it. They still believe we're like the Westboro Baptist Church, so they literally think that
Yeah.
we just think they're all going to go to hell. And it's kind of sad. I mean, that's so far from what we actually believe. We just want to help them, and
Yeah.
we see the potential in them, but what are you gonna do, man?
Exactly. But yeah, that definitely helped. Thanks.
No problem. Thank you for asking it. Let's see. What else? Hmm. I think when you're in this ministry too, I think you're
Are you?
definitely able
Hey,
to
Newland,
tell
come here.
someone who's being sincere and someone who is trolling you. So there's definitely a huge difference there. DMs are scary too, man. Like, someone DM'd me just today and was like, I heard you like dank memes, and they were sending such weird stuff that wasn't even that funny. So, uh, I kept saying, where are the memes at, though? And finally he was like, okay, so if you don't like my memes, show me one. Which this is bad of me to do, but I'm gonna admit to it. I went onto his page. I found a picture of him. I'm sitting there. I admit to it. I'm going to confession this week. I swear. Yes, I did say he was in.
Such a savage.
Hey, he did. I mean, I don't know I don't know what he was expecting me to do. These people make life colorful. There's like there's a huge difference between behind the scenes and like the actual thing that all the followers see. So all all your favorite Catholic accounts are secretly in DMs all together, like talking just random stuff, like trolling each other. Usually we will send weird face emojis. We will send videos amongst each other. Like Emmy does a really good Miranda sings. She does a really good impression of her. She's spot on. Emmy, when you are watching this, just know I love you, girl. Like, you are the MVP. Go cello. And yeah, it's pretty lit in those DMs. I'm trying to think. So Catholic soldier, the Catholic guy, gospel warrior, who else are all in this? Catholic athlete, Joey, you're in them too. So Catholic jester. All of us are secretly in a DM together, like just talking smack about each other. It also really helps to have friends like that. If there's ever a question that I don't know, which is a lot of the times, I will ask them, and they give really good advice. Hi, Andrew. Can you hear me?
Yes. That's this one.
Good job. That was great. Are there more questions Thank you, Andrew. That was great.
Oh yeah, I picked yeah. Well, there were two actually. I ended up picking the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking up in these classes when they do now, you can't apply to at least they'll
Okay.
understand why, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas like an English major or some journal, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Picking
Oh yeah. Also, I talked to Vanessa, and she gave me her. She said that it was hard to become a long-term writer for them, but if I wrote her a good piece or like article, she would send it over to
Yeah, and
them.
it's okay. You can
So
ask.
yeah, and then hopefully I can be a long-term writer. All right. Can you shut the door and let Mom know I'll be back in like 10 minutes? Yep. Thanks.
Leanne's texting me a question, so let me see if I can figure this out. Hmm. Sure. Yeah. She wants to know. She wants to know if I could talk about homeschooling. So I've been homeschooled since, okay, leading up till freshman year, and then I was not homeschooled in freshman year, and then uh, I'm homeschooled again from sophomore year, and then all the way up till senior year. So I definitely think there's pros and cons to homeschooling. So I use the Seed in Programming, which is very Catholic, and that really helps set a good, strong Catholic base in youth today versus public school, where you know how they send kids to the what is it called again? Religious education class. If you're not getting faith formation, that's what it's called. Okay, sorry, homeschooler here didn't know that, or can't remember what it was called. Anyway, so a lot of the problem, or a huge problem in the faith formation classes are, I've gotten people that come to me, either they're newcomers or just youth in general, coming to me saying that the people that are leading these faith formation classes are actually speaking and teaching heresy. So you have a, a a larger chance of youth dropping out of the faith or believing in a lie if the leaders that are teaching them teach them wrong. Catholic youth are in public school systems way longer than in their religious education class, obviously, so you can't really balance out the amount that they're being told a lie versus trying to be told the truth. And if they're being told a lie in the religious education classes too, what are you gonna do? They're not that marrying outside of the church is completely okay, or they will be taught that it's fine to believe in gay marriage, and you have a larger chance for them to drop out of the faith. And with homeschooling, okay, so with homeschooling, usually, with homeschooling, it's definitely harder to be more social. Definitely harder to find groups, especially a Catholic homeschooler. That's definitely harder to um, deal with. Um, but I would say the pros outweigh the cons a lot more, and I think homeschooling is a good choice. I definitely wouldn't change it. I think if you get a good if you find a good, you can find one, and in knowing what your children are being taught or your teens are being taught, I think that really helps adults learning this too. So, sorry, I got kind of sidetracked. Yeah. So I think that should be good for this call. So I think it went it's been an hour long. So I'll upload this to YouTube. So if anyone wants to watch it there, or if anyone has missed something, please feel free to watch it there. Thank you, everyone. God bless.